Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's so hot out. Oh my god. Okay. Alright. Home stretch for my day. Been a lot of back end work, of planning for the second half of my week. Finishing up some projects that I'm working on, personal study for my clientele. Just regulation. I tend to split the week up a little bit just to help with my own sanity, because I know how I am, but usually I can burn out if I don't give myself a little bit of breathing room. If someone has grown up and was surrounded by stress, is driven by dysregulation, unpredictability, volatility, or urgency, they begin to see these things as normal. This is just a part of what happens when your environment is shaping the idea of what is normal for the individual. And as time went on, calmness, peace, neutrality became a very, very uncomfortable thing. The stability became very mundane. And this is generally where you start seeing people create problems where there really are none. And why you have those people that jump from crisis to crisis, or in a bad situation after a bad situation after a bad situation. And it's also why these people have such a hard time just relaxing and existing. Mind you, that's not everyone. Obviously, this is just a specific group of people, or someone who operates at a high level on a regular basis. Finding relaxation or getting into a state of relaxation is far different than what this whole topic is kind of speaking on. People who have been brought up in an environment like this tend to be accustomed and conditioned to expect this intensity. There's this unspoken expectation that things are going to fall apart, or there's going to be some sort of lapse in their day-to-day. And that disappears, it can feel like something's missing. You're often going to see people like this seek out things that are really not for their best interest. And it's where you start to see self-sabotage and self-destructive behaviors, and these old patterns that start to pull them back into the person that they're essentially trying to shift out of. But as you grow and you recognize it, start to bring more awareness into this area or these areas of your life. You begin to see that healing is going to be learning, that peace is going to be getting familiar with regulating, so that way you can move away from thinking that you need to be living in disorder and disarray just to create some sense of normalcy. And this is where you start to break the chains, and this is where freedom starts to come into play. And there's a lot of different things that people can do to get into this state. A lot of them are actually just free things that you have at your disposal. You could start spending intentional time in silence without reaching for some sort of stimulation like your phone, or trying to distract yourself. Practice mindful breathing, and you don't even need to do it that long. 5 to 10 minutes is really all it takes to kind of bring you back into a state of neutrality within yourself. Better yet, you can actually do this when you're calm. You don't have to wait until you're stressed out to practice doing some of these exercises. I've spoken about it before, but you can build routines around your sleep, around your meals, around your work, or even around the time that you go to work out. You can start writing things down when you feel bored or restless, during times that you really don't need to be feeling these emotions. And the biggest one is just stop creating a sense of urgency when you're in a situation that's really not calling for it. You could be casually going for a walk, or you could be casually hanging out, and all of a sudden you get this spark of this feeling of needing to go, but like, you don't have to. That's going to start when you bring awareness into your internal state and how you're reacting in certain situations. You can pause, ask yourself if this situation really calls for immediate action, or if you're just acting from an automatic reaction that you have been doing for so long. So it's just differentiating those two, bringing awareness into how you're moving in your day-to-day and how you're thinking in your day-to-day, and ultimately what you're feeling in your day-to-day. So it all starts with awareness, with recognition, but hopefully this helps. Thanks for watching, and peace.